Lawyers representing Duduzane Zumas and Fana Hlongwane are set to square off with former Deputy Finance Minister Mcebisi Jonas this morning. Jonas has testified that the two businessmen arranged the meeting with the Guptas, at which he was allegedly offered money and a ministerial position. Our anchor, Xoli Mngambi, is in Parktown for us. Xoli, thank you so much for joining us. I thought yesterday gave us some fireworks, but today is expected to be just as meaty.
Indeed, Marcel, I can tell you that that room right now, the fourth floor here at the state capture venue, is it's filled with intrigue, I think is the word to use, because the former Deputy Finance Minister Mcebisi Jonas has been there for quite a while. He's in a black suit and a navy blue tie, and he looks slightly tense, but I think he's trying to relax as he keeps chatting to his legal team. He's represented, Marcel, by Verm Trengove, his senior counsel, and of course the lawyers for Duduzane Zumas. That's the one individual I've seen so far. The lawyer for Fana Hlongwane, I've yet to identify him, I've yet to see him, but the understanding is that once Mcebisi Jonas's main testimony is concluded today, immediately the cross-examination kicks in, and you'll remember the allegations that he leveled, that he had been offered this job of finance minister ahead of the firing of then finance minister Nhlanhla Nene, and of course the bribe money that would follow, of course, on that particular day of the 23rd of October 2015. He details that he was offered 600,000 rands in cash if he had a bag with him, and if he agreed to work with the Guptas, this is his version, he would then get 600 million rand in a bank account of his choice. But I'm not alone myself. I am with my colleague Aaron Bates, and let's talk to her now. Aaron, it's an important day. Mr. Jonas is regarded as a key witness in this commission. How important is it that his testimony stands up to scrutiny? Let's start perhaps with the issue of him not being sure which Gupta brother he spoke to on the day in question, and whether or not he was certain it was Ajay Gupta or Rajesh Gupta.
Yes, Xoli, I think in terms of the processes of the Commission, this kind of cross-examination is critical. We know that Fakie Mentor faced heat over her version of her visit to the Saxonwold estate, and it's important for the processes of the Commission. It's provided for in the regulations for the Commission that witnesses undergo cross-examination by implicated persons who are granted permission. It's not a right, it's a permission granted by the Chair. And so, of course, this does beg the question, how credible is Jonas's testimony on his allegation that he was offered a ministerial position in the Saxonwold property with Duduzane Zumas and Fana Hlongwane within earshot. His testimony is that he was in the foyer of the house, and he alleges that they could have and would have been able to hear this Gupta brother, whoever it may have been, and yes, you're right to point out that confusion, they would have heard this alleged offer.
And we know that there's already been a counter, because Mcebisi Jonas gave testimony before the inquiry in August of 2018. A month later, the 2nd of September 2018, Ajay Gupta files an affidavit to the Commission stating that he was never anywhere near the Saxonwold compound that they own, and if anything, he was at the Oak Bay offices in Sandton.
Yes, and if that is in fact true, it's quite likely he will have alibis who can prove that. So that's one Gupta brother down, two potentially to go if you take Mcebisi Jonas's testimony to have any credence or credibility. Interestingly, the time that statement was filed with the Commission, Duduzane Zumas also filed a statement. It was signed and stamped at the same venue, the South African Embassy, and by the same Commissioner of Oaths. And Fana Hlongwane then also provided a statement to the Commission on his version. And I think important also to note that Duduzane Zumas has never denied there was a meeting. He said to the BBC, in fact, when he did an interview with Milton Nkosi, there was a meeting, but there was no offer that took place. So that is really the nub, the grievance that we're going to probably hear about today.
All right, Aaron Bates, thank you very much for giving us those tidbits into what may possibly come out of this cross-examination that is highly anticipated, Marcel. Well, I can tell you that at the moment we haven't caught sight of either Duduzane Zuma, the son of the former president, or Fana Hlongwane. We're not sure if they're even going to turn up here or they're simply going to leave it to their lawyers to represent them. But certainly it'll be quite a spectacle if they do turn up here.
Xoli Mngambi and Aaron Bates, our representatives today at the Zondo Commission, bringing us up to speed on what to expect and what's expected to be